Welcome back to the channel, folks. Today I'm back with yet another guide. As all my guides, these are my pro tips that I've learned through my learning process as I would like to share with you. This time it's a beginner guide for the basics of HPA systems, helping you understand the key components and the different types of HPA system there are. And lastly, I'd like to show you my tankless, easy to set up HPA system in the end. Section 1. What is HPA? HPA stands for high pressure air, a system that uses compressed air to propel airsoft BBs. Unlike traditional AEGs, HPA guns rely on external air sources for power, like an HPA tank, which is basically a diving tank. HPA airsoft guns operate by using compressed air instead of electric motors to propel BBs. This system provides consistent power and allows for precise adjustments, giving players more control over their gun's performance. Section 2. Key components of HPA system. 1. You need a HPA tank. The HPA tank stores the compressed air and is usually connected to the airsoft gun by a hose. It's usually worn on the player's back and is attached to the gun itself through the pistol grip. Tanks come in various sizes and materials such as carbon fiber or aluminum. Regulator. The regulator controls the pressure of the air release from the tank to a level suitable for the airsoft gun. It ensures that the air release to power the gun is the right pressure, preventing damage and ensuring reliable performance. Airline. The airline connects the regulator to the gun, transferring compressed air from the tank. HPA Engine, or HPA unit. The HPA engine is the core component responsible for firing BBs. It replaces the traditional gearbox and offers superior customization options, allowing players to adjust settings like rate of fire and velocity, and allows to use gas. 3. Setting up your HPA system. Now that you know about all the parts you need to get into HPA, what is left to know is how. I've got a full long format video on how linked in the description below that you can check out, but here is the short version to give you an idea. First, you start by disassembling your gun, stripping everything to the gearbox. Then you place your new engine into the gun. Most of the time it fits without problems. Then you spend a while to fine-tune and adjust everything properly to get rid of air leaks and misfires and optimal airflow. Then you connect the airline and pull it through the gun's pistol grip and connect it to the regulator that then gets connected to the HPA tank. You adjust your pressure and secure your tank to your back, and boom, you've got a full HPA system ready to go. There are also two more HPA systems, one being HPA Tapping. This is what we refer to when we use a gas blowback magazine or an AEG magazine that then gets connected to the HPA tank without any additional changes except the gas valve on the bottom of the magazine. This is the cheapest and easiest way to get a feel for a HPA system. Personally, I only have one HPA Tap gun, being the BNT licensed MP9 gas blowback, and it gives me the feel of HPA without changing the whole inside, and is a fast way into HPA as well. I can also switch between regular gas magazines and HPA Tap magazines, which makes it perfect. Another method is to build a tankless HPA setup, which is my favorite and go-to way to use HPA, which again is linked in the description with a full step-by-step guide. This is where you use a CO2 buffer inside your own gun stock that is directly connected to the HPA engine inside the gun, which takes out the heavy tank out of the system. It does give you a fewer shots, but you don't have to carry a diving tank around your back, and for a realism aspect, it is the one to go to. The tankless setup makes airsoft insane fun with its performance without sacrificing weight and realism. Now that you know about the systems and gotten a quick guide about HPA, you can hopefully be inspired to get on going with your own HPA build. As always, if you have any questions, ask them down below, and see you next week.